So today we've talked a lot about the AgOtter and working in orchards and in air blast sprayers, and we're not just a one-trick pony. We do work in row crops. In fact, we have a large following on the coast. And we've kind of have pride in ourselves for being a company that finds unique issues and tries to solve those for you. So we're engineering. When we're engineering things, we engineer everything with specialty crops in mind. And why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about our adventures on the coast, how those are set up. There's a switch box there. We're down to 1 meter. Talk about that and what we're seeing out there.
So yeah, the coast provides unique problems, opportunities for us, because all these units are custom built. You can go from a high clearance front mounted boom that the unit comes out of Texas and all the way down to a 30-year-old tractor, open cab, and it's got has a belly boom mounted on it and a rear boom mounted on it, and it's a Swiss Army knife to be able to go out and spray from seedling lettuce early in the evening to broccoli the next morning, and you've got to be able to hit that entire wide range. And nobody has built a controller that handles all those needs. We've adapted stuff from the Midwest, and first and foremost, Insero is an engineering company. We look to take on challenges like this, and so we did develop that switch box that allows us to go up to 6 booms and beyond that if necessary, to be able to address these issues for the customers and allow them to have the intuitive access of AgOtter in the cab and AgHippo for the supervisors and management to address in these high value crops to make sure that the applications are being done properly.
Well, there's a lot of risk out there. Overspray on other people's crops, that information, those records are very important, especially the AgHippo records and all that come from that. And that's why we have been, I think, one of the reasons why we have been such a hit on the coast. Now, little difference there is we have a switch box, and we go down to 1 meter because we're not doing multiple meters on there. So in the setup, how do you set up? So when you're making that switch on the controller via the iPad, and we got to go from 2 meters to 1, and then set up sections, because we were showing you a left and right. Now we're showing you left, right, middle, maybe 2 middles.
No, and it's still, we've always striven to have simplicity out in the field for the operator. And so the things that are going to change when you go from a standard configuration over to a coastal configuration or a specialty configuration is we're going to go from 1 meter or go from 2 meters and check the box off for 1 meter. If you happen to, and we do incorporate on some of these older units where we're not having to replace the entire system, we'll tap onto the components that are there. The flow meter calibration number might have to have a little bit of math done to it. Many of the flow meters that are out there use a 10 times number for the calibration. So say your number was 700 for your meter cal. For us, that would end up being 70. Very simple, and we would help you address that in any situation. Then you have to address the booms, and you'll go down to your section setup. And with section setup, if you're doing belly booms, you're going to toggle the primary boom, and then you'll toggle the secondary boom. And typically we have the primary boom being the rear boom, and if you have 3 sections on there, you'll program in the number of sections and the inches per section. And then you put the belly boom, where there Many of them run a single section for, say, a 4-row setup, but we do have those that are out there with 3-boom sections. You take and input the number of sections that you're using, which goes with the number of valves that you have operating off of it, and the number of inches for each one of those sections. And it's still a very simple setup and much easier than other configurations that are available out there.